Hello, this is Paul from FMA Performance, and today I'm here to talk to you about foam rolling and other self-myofascial release techniques. These are hands-on techniques that involve applying pressure to your tissue with the intent to improve mobility or decrease pain. You see all sorts of products sold to help with this, things such as foam rollers, all sorts of balls and sticks. You're even starting to see expensive power tool looking things help designed to break up scar tissue and adhesions. But what does the research say? Do these things even help? Should I spend my money on these products? Should I invest my time into these techniques? Well, let's start by looking at adhesions. I've yet to see any documented proof of adhesions even existing. And if you can find something, feel free to send it my way. But to me, adhesion seems to be something made up to sell a product or explain pain away. Then the notion of breaking up scar tissue or trigger points not only has no scientific backing, but the idea seems a little far-fetched. When scientists first started looking at this idea, they used human-sized tools on rats. And they did see some changes in tissue. But when these studies were redone on humans, the same results weren't found. There was no change in tissue. They weren't able to apply the same relative force they did to the rats as they did to the humans without causing injury. Further, the idea that you can affect tissue deep to your skin without affecting the skin itself does not make much logical sense. Vitasphysio from Instagram made the analogy that it would be like trying to rip page 235 of a book by rubbing the cover. Quinn Henoch also made an analogy, something along the lines of stating if a foam roller could change my tissue, then why don't I have a permanent dent in my back from where I placed the squat bar? If the 600 pounds across my back doesn't break up scar tissue or affect my tissue, I don't think a foam roller will. So anytime someone is trying to sell you on a product or service claiming to break up adhesions or affect your tissue, you should be weary. And we won't even start to look at all the negative effects of being told you have a problem that doesn't exist. So I would just kind of stay away from anybody or any product claiming to do this. So if these techniques don't affect tissue, what do they do? In the research, there's been shown a short-term increase in range of motion, and the participants subjectively feel better. But there's no evidence of long-term changes or actual changes in performance. The people that used the foam roller reported feeling better, but when they went to actually perform, they didn't perform any better than the control group. So it seems that these techniques work primarily through the nervous system. The foam roller presents a novel stimulus that your body can redirect attention to, leading to short-term changes. Quinn Henoch has used the analogy of waving your hand around when you burn your finger. Burn your finger, wave your hand back and forth. Your finger hurts less because now you have this new stimulus that you're concentrating on. When using these techniques, this all happens in 10 to 30 seconds on the foam roller or on your ball or stick, and the effect does not last long. So does this mean foam rolling is useless? I personally very rarely use foam rolling and feel people spend way too much time on these techniques. We have limited time in the gym, and foam rolling has no lasting effects and does not make you more mobile or fix injuries. So I rarely use it. There could be some small uses for foam rolling. It could have a place used for a short period of time, less than 30 seconds, to a specific area that was immediately followed by a strengthening movement that utilized and built strength through this new range of motion. An example of this would be someone who's lacking shoulder flexion to get their hand completely overhead. They then foam roll their lats so they can get that last bit of shoulder flexion, and then they perform an overhead pressing motion to build strength through that new range of motion. You shouldn't be spending ample time on a foam roller before or after your workout. If you spend a minute or two rolling your legs and then a minute or two rolling your upper body, the effects that your legs would have seen is gone by the time you're finished rolling your upper body. So you're really just wasting time there. You shouldn't feel like you have to leave time at the end of your workout to roll. Foam rolling hasn't been shown to help recovery. As I mentioned earlier, the subjects felt subjectively better, but they didn't actually have any increase in performance the next day. So the foam roller doesn't really help recovery, but if you love foam rolling and it feels great and it helps you relax and it brings you back down after an intense workout to a more normal walking around heart rate and excitement level, then that's awesome. There's a lot of power to relaxation, and we've talked about that a lot before, so keep doing that if that's your case. But it's not worth actually skipping part of your workout to do. So we're all crunched on time. Let's not waste it sitting on a foam roller. I've included some links below with some studies that we talked about today, with some more information about foam rolling and other self-myofascial release techniques. Feel free to give them a read and reach out with any questions you have.